Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, this is Bradley Allen Hensley coming to me from my apartment. I watched a video in which this person played a video by someone named Riley Dennis, which I guess from what this person was saying is transgender, which I don't care about. I think they're wrong, that there is no such thing as transgender, but I don't care about it right now. But in this video, this Riley Dennis said that there's no such thing as white genocide and that whiteness is a social construct that's only a couple of 100 years old and that it was done as a way for white people to control and enslave people of color. First off, if that was the case, we would be ruling the world. The minority would rule the world because white people are a minority in the world. Simple. She then went on to say that we're not a race because we don't have a shared culture or country or ethnic or food or, things like that. But when you think about it, we do. Europeans are generally white. We do have a shared culture. We do have a shared language. We do have a shared food. By her standards, then Asians aren't a race because they don't have a shared culture or a shared food. South Africans or sub-Saharan Africans aren't, of the same race or ethnic or anything because they don't have a shared culture or shared food. See, these are the things that this person needs to think about. On the point that she was trying to make about white genocide not being a real thing, look at South Africa and what is happening there. Farmers are being dragged out of their homes, shot and killed. The men are being shot and killed in front of their women and children. And then 9 out of 10 times the women and children are shot. The women get raped, even little kids. They're raping and killing little girls. And yes, that is a statistical fact. That is a fact of now that is happening. This Riley Dennis person brought up the Holocaust. And because of the Holocaust, white people can't say anything bad ever again about anything. But I got news for you. There was a lot of more recent genocides. How about the genocide over in Syria? That is still going on. How about the genocide that brought us into the Bosnian War? How about the genocide in Rwanda, Somalia? I mean, come on. There's been a genocide going on almost every couple of years since the time started being recorded. The Romans tried to genocide the Celts and the Barbers and anyone else that didn't agree with them. The Ottomans genocided the Greeks. Even more recently, there was a Greek genocide. Well, an attempted Greek genocide, but still. Then she said that, about how that more immigrants coming in and making whites the minority in the white majority countries is a good thing, and that, people who say that there's a white genocide are all racist, and not true. I've got 3 beautiful children whose dad is my best friend, and I've basically adopted them without going through the paperwork, who happen to be, 2 of which are mixed. One is straight African American. Alright? And I love them kids like they's my own. And if you notice, the color of my skin is white. And I know that there's a white genocide going on. But I'm not racist. I'm realist. Okay? If you're going to open your mouth about any topic, please do the research. The person whose video I watched about Riley Dennis, I guess he's done some research on this person. I don't know. Anyway, he was saying how this person's transgender. I could care less if the person's transgender. But the fact that this person is spouting nonsense and craziness and trying to get everyone to believe it scares me, because there are people out there, young children out there, who are not as intellectually on the same intellectual level that adults are, and they'll believe it. They won't even do any research, they'll believe it. When anyone who's ever been taught anything about history can tell you that what's going on in South Africa and a lot of other parts of the world right now is a white genocide. She talked about how the white supremacists use that how they say that there's a white genocide so that, to be able to hate people of color, or to stop people from intermarrying and having children that are mixed. And that's bull. I forget what it's called right now, but there's a thing where people are attracted to people of their own color. They're attracted to whoever they're attracted to. White, black, Latin, Asian, green, yellow, and blue stripe zebra people, green with yellow polka dot people, or aliens. It doesn't matter. Whoever people are attracted to is who they're attracted to. Okay? It's a biological chemistry thing. However, the fact of the media pushing down everyone's throat, especially to the white people, to white women in particular, that if you don't have a mixed baby, then you're a white supremacist, and you're a scumbag, and you're no good, and this, that, and the other thing. You gotta have white baby. You gotta have interracial babies. You can't have babies that look like you. Black people can't have babies that look like them. But you can't have can't have a white baby who looks like you. No. You have to have a mixed baby. Hey, wake up. Wake up. That's bull. Unequivocal bull. People can have children who look like them. It's the right of everyone to have people who look like them, to have children who look like them. This person, Riley Dennis, also went on to say how deplatforming someone who talks about there being a white genocide or how the whites are being forced into a minority or discriminated against is, well, that's A-okay because there's white supremacists and anyone who talks about something that could spread hate or violence should be deplatformed, they should be allowed to have a place to speak about it and everything. Hey, oh, and by the way, that's not censorship. Riley Dennis. Hey, wait up. Listen to me, you stupid SJW. You stupid NPC. Guess what? That's called censorship. And think about this. One day, there may be a topic that you don't agree with. And if you get your way and the laws passed where people who make a racist joke go to jail, or someone who doesn't believe with you or has a different opinion and spouts it goes to jail or gets in trouble, well, one day you might have a different opinion than the libtards that you're dealing with now. If the law gets passed, you can go to jail for the same thing, having a different idea. We, as Americans, have freedom of speech. I'm all for immigration, but do it legal. That's all us Americans ask. Do it legal. We are a nation, a sovereign nation. Come here legally. We don't care. You want to have 50 million Mexicans, 20 million blacks, and only 2 million whites? Go ahead. As long as they come here legally, assimilate to our country, and do our way of doing things and our language, our values, everything else. Hey, that's all good. However, right now that hasn't happened. They come here illegally, don't assimilate, expect us to speak their language. What's wrong with that? But I digress. She basically said how that, I mean, just people, just type in Riley Dennis losing it. And you'll see the video and you'll see what I'm talking about. I mean, she went off on a tangent so bad that even I can't remember everything and get into everything. I mean, she just, or it, or whatever, the trans person went off so bad I can't remember it all. I mean, it was just out there. And I'll be honest, it made me mad. I'm probably going to watch it again, take detailed notes on what she's saying so that if I make another video, I can detail it perfectly, word for word of what she's saying. But the fact to say that there's no white genocide happening, has she looked at what's going on in South Africa? Has she looked at how the liberals are wanting this country to go? Has she listened to the CNN or the other mainstream media where they are actually calling for white people to be discriminated against? And without saying it, they're calling for white people to be destroyed, killed, exterminated? I mean, come on. Some of you might be saying, but Fred, when has anyone ever than any racism to black people now, to white people nowadays. How about the Everest College having the day where no white students or teachers were allowed on campus? The ones that showed up were harassed, locked in areas, made where they couldn't go anywhere, and made to have to go to the bathroom with a chaperone of a black person. That's racism. That's discrimination. How about the fact with Everett College, they made it where there's actual areas now where white people cannot go because it's only for black. The black people could go to the library 90% of the day, and for like a half hour or an hour, only white people can go. Because otherwise it will trigger the SJWs. I look into what I'm saying. You will find that what I say is true. I'm not racist. 3 beautiful children I basically adopted from my best friend in the world, Scott. I do a lot of videos with him. His children, one's full-blooded African American, the other 2 are mixed, and I love them like they's my own. I don't care about someone's skin color. I care about how the fuck they treat me. What are they going to bring to my country to help it and to help us? Are they coming here just to leech off of our welfare system? Or are they going to come here and bust their ass and buy a home, pay taxes, do the right thing? And in order to do the right thing, they have to come here legally. Otherwise, they can't pay taxes because they're not here legally. When you fill out your taxes, you have to put down either your social security number or the number they give you when you immigrate legally to this country. It's called your citizenship number. But please, watch the video Riley Dennis losing it on YouTube. It's absolutely, this trans person, Riley Dennis, just goes nuts. She's just an SJW. It is just he, she, whatever. It's just an SJW trying to virtue signal, and to be honest, doing a horrible job at it. But I wanted to make it a quick video. It's already longer than I wanted to make this one, and it's late, so I will say this. Until next time, America, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships out at sea, pray for our servicemen and women who are putting their lives on the line so that we, as a nation, can keep our freedoms. And pray for our president and our other government officials, that they may seek God, Allah, Buddha, whatever you believe in, whatever they believe in, will to do the right thing. And until next time, love your country. As Ashton Bodie would say, love your country, hate your government. And to all you SJWs out there, Anytime you want to debate me on anything, I'll debate you anytime, anywhere. Until then, and until next time, God bless, and have a very happy day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.